Hey everyone, I hope you are having an amazing day today. We have been doing some inside stuff part of the day. We have quite a bit of rain happen. Started around 11 o'clock, so kind of stopped the outside work, but there was plenty of inside work. So um, I have done some trellising of some cucumbers. I'll show you that a little bit later. And I have done several little small projects, and I've got a couple of other. I got a seeder to put together, a Haas Tools seeder, and I've got a Farmer's Friend flame weeder. This will be a wheeled version, so I'm gonna do a video on that one also here just shortly. But I needed to stop momentarily and plant another bed of cucumbers. That's been about 2 weeks roughly since we planted the other bed, and I got a video on that if you want to see it. Those were, I think, bait alphas. So now we're going to go for a long cucumber, what you'd consider a Asian slash Japanese cucumber or an English cucumber. And I'm actually going to plant the Asian style in this bed. We're going to be going with Tasty Jade. I also have Suyo Long, which is a great cucumber. And I have Socrates, which is a great, like an 8-inch cucumber. And I've got Telegraph Improved, which is your English cucumber. So any of those will work. The Socrates I know for sure, and the Corinto, and the Tasty Jade, and the Suyo Long, and the Bait Alpha are parthenocarpic, which makes them a great greenhouse variety because you don't have to worry about pollinators. They self-pollinate, so the pollinators are not necessary. So anyway, I plant these. This is a 8-foot bed, and it's almost 4 feet, but it's closer to 3 feet. So we got a 3-foot by 8-foot bed, we'll say. And I will plant 2 rows deep in here. It's not ideal height. More height would be great, but we're working with what we've got. We're putting up a larger greenhouse that already has some cucumbers in it also, but cucumbers are big for us. We eat a lot, and they're a big seller on the farm and in our CSAs. So it's something we need quite a few of. So we're going to squeeze these 2 beds in here in this greenhouse number 2, which is we got tomatoes in the middle to this side of the camera, and then we got tomatoes against the wall, determinate varieties on that side of the camera, all against the wall. So we're going to have 2 beds of cucumbers in here, and we got 1 bed of peppers down there. So these will be right around 14 inches, 12 to 18 inches is what I'm looking for. So these are right around 14 inches apart, which works out great. I start them around 10 inches from the end of the bed and then work with them from there. So let's get you down here where you can see. So we're coming out 2 foot from the wall, and I've already marked my spots. I'll be doing 7 across through here. I actually did 6 on the last bed across it, 2 rows, so it made for 12. I'm going to do 7 and see if I can tell any difference on a 14-inch spacing versus what I had on a 16-inch spacing. So my first one's going to go right here. I'm going to take, you probably can't see this on camera, but I'm going to take my knife and I will pop this out. And these will be put on drip. Drip irrigation, of course, is what I mean by that, in case you don't know what that is. So, move you back. It's not a hard job. It's just something that's got to be done. Let me go ahead and pop a few of these out of here. Now we waited until these started setting their true leaves. The true leaves means that it's actually a plant at that point instead of just a seed. And it makes them stronger. They're going to do better. I want to make sure I got 14 here. I didn't actually count these guys. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I got 10 so far. 11. 12. 13 and 14. Let's recount. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, so I had one left over. That's good. Alright, I'll bring you guys back in just a second so you can see the rest of the video. Okay, so that's simple. Got 14 of them there, and we have 14 inches in between plants in the roll, and we have 14 inches in between the two rolls. Now that is very tight. I will be pruning these all to a single leader, and I'll show you how I'm going to trellis them. Right here's what we use to make that bed. This is Daddy Pete's organic mushroom compost. I've never used straight mushroom compost to make a bed for cucumbers, so this will be my first. We'll see how this goes. And yes, that's a little bit of an expensive way to do it, but this bed's going to be here for years. Now if I wanted to make this bed any deeper, I would have went on the bottom with a some type of a pine bark mulch, of a heavily composted pine bark mulch, and then on top of the mushroom compost. And you definitely can do that to save some money. But this bed will stay here for a lot of years, and I'll probably come in next year and put 3 or 4 bags of some type of a compost, either mushroom or cow manure or compost on top of it to freshen it up. And this bed will sit here for a long time. So here are the ones I planted, I think it was 2 weeks ago, and they were just barely bigger than these guys. I mean, you know, maybe another 1.5 inches taller. So you can see the growth in about 2 weeks. And this is my trellising. I have a 12.5 gauge cable that I have run through holes that I drilled in the frame of the greenhouse, and then running simple tomato twine down for them to grow up. So these guys are going to get about 7.5 foot of growth, which is less than ideal, but it's what I've got. And then after that 7.5 foot of growth, we will select 2 vines instead of a single and let them grow out and grow back down. So ideally we're hoping to get around 14 foot of growth out of these guys before we will replace them with new cucumbers. Now, planting them in phases like this means normally that bed should be done before this bed. So when I replant that one, this one will still be producing. So I won't run out of cucumbers. And then we're going to plant at least 2 more beds in here. We are currently cleaning this out of all the greens that have bolted. This side over here has already been mostly cleaned, and we've replanted with mini eggplant, Hansel and Gretel, there and there and there. So this bed will likely be turned into cucumbers, and so we'll do a variety in each section. So it'll be another 8 feet of cucumbers, another 8 feet of cucumbers, and another 8 feet of cucumbers at the end. So, and we'll freshen these beds with a top coat once we get all this out of here. and we're working on it. Hoped to get it today, but it'll probably be tomorrow or Saturday. And this will all be on drip. The other one is on drip irrigation. I got to run some new drip emitters for the new cucumbers I planted because I don't have emitters on them. But drip just makes watering easier, and you save water because you can turn it on and walk away as long as you time right. And you can use timers. You'll use far less water that way. And that's the name of the game. Okay, so hopefully that video helped you. If you had any questions about how to do it or what to do, hopefully that was helpful. I got one thing left to do. I need to put tags on the bed so that I know what kind of cucumbers are in it. And I got to take my other cucumbers back to the germination room so they can be protected a little while longer, because they're not ready to go on the ground yet. So I'll get this video posted for you. Hey, be sure to like and subscribe to our videos. It really helps us, and comment, ask questions, tell us what you do, share with us. We greatly appreciate interaction. Thank you.